This is complete and utter madness. The entire cryptocurrency ecosystem is reeling after the revelation of a huge leak by the Shiba Inu development team. The details point to a huge event occurring as soon as next week, and this news has the potential to be the most significant turning point in the history of Shiba Inus. There has been much anticipation for this new breakthrough, which would bring Shiba Inu one step closer to its long-sought objective of achieving 1 cent. Yes, I understand. Now what seemed like an insurmountable mountain is now within sight. Then what's going on at the moment? This seems like a once-in-a-lifetime chance, but why is that? Let's dissect it. Caveat emptor before we begin. What follows is not financial advice but rather the product of actual analyses, leaks and updates that are causing a tremendous surge of optimism in the Shiba Inu community. The Shiba Inu development team made a shocking news earlier today. Shibarium wasn't getting some little maintenance here. No one in the Shiba Inu community was prepared for the seriousness of this news. Next week the developers will unveil a huge breakthrough. That will happen soon enough, and they claim it will set the entire biosphere ablaze. What they've hinted at has the potential to radically alter Shiba Inu's market standing and knock a few zeros off its price tag if it materializes. This is being seen as quite important. However, it is not all. Another big development is also taking place behind the scenes at the same time as this leak. Little would anyone anticipate the momentous accomplishment that Shiba Inu is quietly nearing. With each passing day, the token draws nearer to supplanting Bitcoin Cash, a giant and enduring name in the cryptocurrency industry. Yes, the once joke-based meme coin is now barreling toward overtaking a cryptocurrency that was once a serious rival. The Shiba Inu is no longer content to observe from the sidelines. With what appears to be an endless supply of steam, it is racing headfirst toward a better rating. Whether or if this news has begun to generate waves on the charts is of course the main question. I would say yes. The latest developments have been dissected by analysts, as well as their statements are exceedingly positive. The Shiba Inu is showing clear signs of a possible breakthrough according to one observer. He was captivated by the peculiar arrangement of traders. He went on to say that directly above the present price of Shiba Inus there is a huge cluster of leveraged bets. The price is being pulled upwards by these situations almost like a magnet. A huge spike driven by liquidations could occur if Shiba Inu gets near to those levels. That is to say, the price could experience a domino effect of ever-increasing volatility as short bets are liquidated. We can now go on to the whales, the major players who appear to have perfect timing. The amount of Shiba Inu held by whale wallets has surged significantly within the last 30 days. Reportedly, in the span of a few weeks, these whales increased their Shiba Inu supply by a factor of more than 30. Aggressive accumulation like that isn't haphazard. Unless something major is about to happen, whales won't make a move of this magnitude. The largest investors are setting themselves up for a dramatic change, and that much is obvious. Momentum has been building like a perfect storm due to whale buildup, bullish chart patterns, and developers' revolutionary news. People are getting very excited and the hype is true, yet there's more. One of the most prominent community-linked accounts sent a strong message to all Shiba Inu holders and fans, which gave the ecosystem a significant boost. Shiba Inu isn't slowing down, they said in their most recent statement. According to their claims, Shiba Inus are more powerful than ever and are preparing for an incredible event. They even gave the impression that the project would be about to see another historic high, like the infamous 800% rally in 2021. Give that some thought. One of the most remarkable rallies in cryptocurrency history was delivered by Shiba Inu, a coin that originated as a meme. And now there are plausible clues that things may be about to repeat themselves in the past. The Shiba Inu could cause another market shock with just one powerful bullish wave and a catalyst. An explosion of that magnitude wouldn't only constitute yet another price pump. To those who have stuck it out through the downturn, this might be a game changer. Because so many people would be foolish to pass on what might be the crypto market's greatest comeback, it may also bring in a slew of new investors. Being realistic is also crucial though. The potential is obvious, and the enthusiasm is well deserved, yet one analyst offered some sobering commentary anyway. He thinks it might take longer than people think for Shiba Inus to reach those unbelievable price points. The encouraging thing is that the goals are still within reach. It will only take time. As an example, by January 2033, experts predict that Shiba Inu might conceivably reach $0.0003. In the cryptocurrency industry, that's still considered quite a ways off, at about 8 years. Additionally, they imply that the token may approach or perhaps surpass that level during that time period if the market were to turn bullish. In pursuit of the loftier goal of $0.04, a sum that would alter the course of cryptocurrency forever. April 2040 is the projected date. Even if it's a long way off, it's still doable given the current availability of Shiba Inus and the distance to travel. Even more hopeful are other venues. For example, according to Telegon, Shiba Inu might hit the $0.0003 mark by 2028, and even the $0.04 mark by 2036. 11 years is the distance. The wait continues, but far sooner than the predictions of other sources. Curiously, Forbes even gets in on the action, with expert Himanshu Mehra speculating that, depending on the state of the market and the Shiba Inu ecosystem, the Shiba Inu might reach the $0.0003 level this year. Not only that, but even artificial intelligence models like ChatGPT have jumped on the prediction bandwagon. Between 2030 and 2032, Shiba Inu could reach $4 cents according to ChatGPT's predictions. Token burn activities, both current and future, can help limit the quantity of tokens, which is necessary but not easy to achieve. What does this entail, then, for community members and investors alike? The short-term prospects for Shiba Inus are dim, but the long-term picture is bright. The project has not been killed by the dips. Their efforts have strengthened it. The community is stronger than it has ever been, Shibarium is becoming more widely used, and the ecology is still expanding. Shiba Inu is clearly not done yet, as evidenced by the increasing number of whales, the volume of trades, and the increased impetus. This is only the beginning. The comparison to Bitcoin Cash comes into play now, so let's go back to that. There is a little over $1 billion disparity in market capitalization between Shiba Inu and Bitcoin Cash as of this recording. Although it seems like a lot, when converted to cryptocurrency it's actually quite tiny, particularly when compared to the exponential growth of Shiba Inus. The market capitalization of Shiba Inu is $8.8 billion at the moment, whereas that of Bitcoin Cash is approximately $10.3 billion. It is closing at a quick pace. Bitcoin Cash has only been able to manage a 7% increase since July 10, whilst Shiba Inu has climbed over 16%. By a wider margin of almost 32% over the past month, Shiba Inu has beaten Bitcoin Cash. Part of the reason for this is the recent uptick in activity on the Ethereum network, which Shiba Inu is highly dependent on. Another important piece of evidence is this: market activity. The 24-hour trade volume for Shiba Inu has lately surpassed $500 million, despite its incredibly low price. That's almost as much as Bitcoin Cash, demonstrating the present interest, liquidity, and demand for Shiba Inu. The data is unambiguous. A lot of people are starting to take the initiative seriously after they wrote it off as a meme. Regular folks like traders, investors, and newcomers to the community are also piling in, not only the whales. With the present rate of growth, Shiba Inu could return to its previous ranking among the top 17 coins on CoinMarketCap, soon, a position it hasn't held since last year. What does this mean for our future? Shiba Inu is precariously perched on the brink of something enormous at this very moment. Everything is pointing toward a fresh chapter for Shiba Inu,